I know within the GHA, and I know especially Julian's dream as well, and your colleagues here, that we would have services provided locally, and that we could, as we said, as part of our Reset, Restart, Recover program, that people can have a choice to stay local, stay with their families, have treatment and care. And I have to say, when you look around this building, and I've worked in many hospitals, I think you have the best ENT department that I have seen. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here and it's lovely, etc. The facilities you're going to have here is absolutely outstanding. And it should be, because that's what the people of Gibraltar deserve. And it's a commitment we made as a GHA when I came here, that we wanted the best for the people of Gibraltar. But again, you only can do so much if you have a good minister. And I have to say, we are so lucky with our minister. I know they blush now, yes. But no, we are lucky. I mean, when you have a minister who genuinely cares, who's interested, who pushes me, who questions me, when is it happening, when is it opening, what are we doing? That's the type of drive and determination we have at the top. And we're so lucky to have a Minister Isola looking after us. So without further ado, I'd like to hand over to Minister Isola.
Patrick, thank you. I think I'm very lucky to have you. We're not blowing kisses at each other, but I think recognition of the extraordinary work that Patrick and Peter have done since they arrived at Gibraltar in shaping the Restart and Recover programme. And this is one example of that work. I think it's just quite incredible that a community of 30,000 people can do the kind of things that we're doing. This is an investment of £1 million, but it's not the money. It's the ability to treat people here, children, parents, having to go to the UK to receive treatment, staying many, many, many weeks there, completely displacing them from their home, completely displacing them from their areas of work, from their schools, from their friends. We can now do those procedures here, and they can go home immediately after their release without having to spend so much time waiting to see the specialists in the UK on their repeat and necessary appointments thereafter. So this is an enormous step forward, but it's just one step. And as you will hear from Patrick and myself at different times, there are many, many steps, some of which we've taken, some of which are coming, and this is one which we're able to deliver to the people today. I'm hugely proud of the work that the GHA does every day of the week. I've just been this morning at the mental health at Ocean Views. The commitment, the professionalism, the care is absolutely outstanding. So my thanks to you, my thanks to your team, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing the new suite and the wonderful work that our professionals here are going to be able to do for our people and our patients. So thank you all for coming today and joining us in having a walk through and seeing what's in store for our patients. Thank you very much.
And the man who's done all the hard work as well behind the scene, and I have to say, Julian, you've been a real trooper in all of this. And we're here in the evenings, and he's here. Now, it's interesting. On Sunday, I normally come into work on Sundays, and I'm upstairs, and this man comes running up. And I'm in my office working, thinking, what's wrong? And he said, I heard a thump. And I rang Andrew, someone's up there, did I collapse? But I didn't collapse, so I was all right. But again, it was his whole commitment to coming in here on his own time, on a Sunday, and that's the type of clinicians. And many of you here as well, I see you all here at weekends. And we should be so proud of our clinicians because they go the extra mile for us all. But over to you, Julian, say a few words about you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Minister Isola, Professor Gagan, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to have something to read from me, if that's right. But I wanted to thank everyone along for coming. Today marks an important day for our patients, our department and the GHA. There's been a 4-year journey delayed because of obviously the COVID pandemic, but we now have top-of-the-range facilities which we were able to offer services to our community, and many of which we have now repatriated over, as you were saying, Minister, back from the UK. For those of you who are not aware, this is a stark contrast from where we were sort of 4.5 years ago. When I arrived here in 2018, we had 2 small rooms and the audiology department located still in the PCC. And I would like to thank the GHA for supporting, investing and implementing the vision that I delivered and proposed to the GHA at that time. It means that now we're in a position to develop and deliver really better care for our patients in what is sort of a co-located, future-proofed, resilient environment with actually delivering a university care standard. The journey was like the weather a little bit today, and it has involved a lot of people from the beginning and other people who have joined the journey throughout. It has been a process which has entailed canvassing advice and commentary and suggestions from very different people. Gita was one of the first people we approached, or I approached, and have been the main service users, so hence taking their input on board has been very important, but also listening to the Ministry of Disability, number 6 disability coordinator, and also people who were incumbents in the post before and who were managing the service at the time. You know, the audiology service managed it from the PCC with my colleagues there, and the likes of Tony Lawther and Keith Farrell who have done the job. And really what we then, after all these suggestions and points, we hopefully have now developed what is the services and the facilities that we should all be proud of and having achieved and set the goals as we had hoped. Although we have the usual ENT services, we have advanced and developed on those. We have a scope sterilization room, which we will show you all around, but we also have a minor operating room, which will be able to reduce the burden from day surgery as we move forward to do some procedures in-house. But in addition, apart from ENT and audiology services, we always work in collaboration with other colleagues. And with that in mind, having a dedicated children's waiting area, we also now have our adult and pediatric speech therapists doing some clinics here. We have our ICU team doing the monthly ICU patient reviews. And as of next month, we will have our pediatric anesthetic pre-assessment clinics run here on a regular basis. So, as well as the maxillofacial services, which will be moving up in due course. So it means that we are very open to having collaboration and working with other colleagues, which is very important. Finally, I think I speak on behalf of my consultant colleagues and the rest of the team. We are clearly very pleased to have such a great new working environment. Importantly, this allows us to deliver a better service to all of you and to the patients from here. The people who've been in the journey from the beginning, and obviously the likes of Tony Dolan and Kevin, and in the last sort of few aspects, we've had Andrew and Peter who've helped us push the project over the finishing line. I'd really like to thank all my departmental colleagues and everyone who has helped at different stages and different parts, and all your support throughout. Finally, 2 people I'd like to mention. One is who have been there from the very beginning. One is Kat Leware and Michelle Quinn, who have been there both personally and right from the very start, which is important to note. Finally, I think it's important to recognise the investment and the state-of-the-art facilities that the GHA have created for the community, and it's very, very important that we recognise that. So, apologies for taking that long, but thank you for your time.
One last deed for Minister to do. Yeah, go ahead and do your bit. You ready? That way, yeah?
Number one.
And there it goes, yes?